If there was a
pimp in the 50s in gospel,
now,
I love it. We
no,
can
but
do
real
that.
talk. If you guys watch Boondocks, if you know who a pimp named Slickback is, that is Anderson .Paak in real life.
You gotta put his picture like. Welcome back, guys, with another episode of FanCastit Music. It's your boy, your host, CJ.
And it's your host, Aria Royal.
And today we have a really dope top 10
that
we've been thinking about for a while now because we really felt like it's something that we really wanted to share with you guys. Yeah. And we definitely can't wait to hear your comments, your feedback, all that good stuff. So here is our top 10 artists who have transcended their genre.
The person who I chose first is Prince. If you know Prince, you know that he's past genres. He is an all-around phenomenal musician. He's actually like a legit musician. He plays almost every instrument, so he doesn't really have to stay within the rules of a genre, which I really like about him. If you listen to his music, it goes from R&B to disco to pop to rock to just a bunch of, he has blues influences, he has jazz influences, he has classical influences, and there's just so much going on, but in a good way. Like, you know when some people try too hard and it doesn't
they
really
do too much,
they
it kind of goes out.
No, but he really goes in, and he has such a huge hand in his own music that it really is a reflection of his personality and who he is. So that's somebody that you wouldn't even put him in a box. I wouldn't even say that he is a certain genre. He really just does his own thing. He creates his own thing.
And I mean, the man's got so much swagger.
So much swagger.
I mean, the man might talk to you like this, but he's singing to your girl like this. I really feel like artists like Childish Gambino have really taken a few, influences from Prince and kind of, made it their own style, which is really dope. You know what I mean?
For sure. I even think that like Michael Jackson has taken some of had taken some of his influence from Prince as well.
And they might have influenced each other.
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
It's true. It's true. All right, who do you have?
Okay, so for my number 2 artist, I had to go with hip hop social outcast, Mr. Kid Cudi.
Kid Cudi.
I mean,
rap.
Back in like the early 2000s, maybe it was mid 2000s, Kid Cudi came out, and I heard his mixtape. A kid. It was actually called A Kid Named Cudi, and he was making sounds of music that literally has artists making their music right now. Like, music wouldn't sound what it sounds like if Kid Cudi did not come out. I don't think people realize the influence on hip hop that Kid Cudi has. Now, when he first came out, he was known for the really sadder, more melancholy of hip hop, but it was dope, man. He was always trying different things with different sounds, with different cadences. I feel like a lot of artists like Kanye West, who was actually influenced from Kid Cudi, which is the reason why Kanye West's 808s and Heartbreak sounds the way it did. He heard Kid Cudi's mixtape, A Kid Named Cudi, and he flew him out to Hawaii. This is a true story. He flew him out to Hawaii, and he got him to help him make a few of his hooks.
That's actually really cool.
And I think it's a really cool story because I'm a huge Kanye West fan.
Can you imagine being an artist and then somebody like Kanye just calling you up and
like, yo, I love what you're doing.
Reach Hawaii, fam.
Yeah, and all this melodic, very sad trap music literally was born from Kid Cudi's melancholy, dark, twisted take on hip hop and his approach.
I actually didn't write this person down, but he just came into my head. I don't know if this is cutting into like movie or theaters or whatever. But this person definitely transcended the genre of music theater. Lin-Manuel Miranda. I never wrote him down, but I literally was just thinking about it as you were talking about Kid Cudi, and he really just revolutionized the genre of theater music. I am a huge theater nerd. Like, I am like the biggest theater nerd. And when I started listening when I heard his first musical, the soundtrack of his first musical, In the Heights, I was like, this is not a musical. this is not a musical. I was listening to him like, this is not. And then I saw it on stage and I was like, wow, this is freaking amazing. Like, this guy's ridiculous. And then he came out with his second musical, Hamilton, and just the way that he has literally just broken all of the rules of music theater and just did his best. And I think his musicals are still one of the longest running musicals on Broadway to this moment.
Wow. That's an interesting point. I mean, I haven't watched a lot of musicals myself, but I know they change and come and go so much. So for him to have such a longevity
of
musicals, you know, from the time he started to where he is today, it's probably like, you know, a history in making it in of itself.
It absolutely is, and even like the certain genres that he chooses to put in his musicals, like realistically, a musical it has kind of like a rock, pop, classical influence, right? So that's generally the type of music you would hear. It's either a classical musical where it's mostly all classical music, or you hear a little pop, a little bit of rock influence here or there. So like Rent, Legally Blonde the musical, Phantom of the Opera, like stuff like that. That's more of like, you know, they got a rock influence a little bit. But yeah, he came out with In the Heights, and it was like hip hop mixed with Latina music, mixed with jazz music, mixed with like a little bit of like R&B. And I was like, shout out to whoever this is. And then when I found out who he was, I'm literally sitting here studying this guy. He's from Puerto Rico.
You gotta say it right. You gotta say it right. You know when they Puerto Rico.
Nah, but he's out here and he just revolutionized the entire genre of music theater. And then with his last musical, he came and it had a little bit of hip hop, still classical influence, and then he had a little bit of R&B here and there, which was amazing. He incorporated live instruments with DJing. Like, how do you even put that together?
That's crazy.
It's crazy.
That actually sounds really crazy.
Yeah, it's crazy. It's ridiculous. He is one of the greatest minds in music right now.
All live.
Yeah, it's all live. Yeah, he definitely has transcended the genre of music theater.
How do you say his name again?
Lin-Manuel Miranda.
Lin-Manuel Miranda. Shout out.
So if you don't know, now you know.
There's really nothing this individual hasn't done, but Mr. Danny Glover.
Yes.
What did I say?
Donald Glover.
So we're gonna try that again. Mr. Donald Glover,
yes.
aka Childish Gambino,
yes.
aka the voice of his generation,
yes.
aka comedian,
yes.
aka, you know what I mean, like
aka actor,
he's an actor,
aka singer, aka rapper.
And I first heard of him when he was in that show Community, and then he made his transition over to music back in 2011, I believe it was, when he made his first album. And to be honest, I didn't really take it seriously.
Yeah.
I felt like it was just a comedian making trying to be a rapper. And I was like, I couldn't really take him too serious. Some of his lines were actually more hysterical than punchlines and anything like that. Yeah. But fast forward to where Childish Gambino is now.
Yeah.
And he made literally probably one of the best visual hip-hop tracks this year with This Is America.
Oh my gosh. To this moment, like...
I mean, I know a lot of people have covered it. But watching that video gives me goosebumps.
I was literally just about to say that.
He did another one called Feels Like Summertime.
Oh, yeah.
That one with the video, and he's got all the artists and he's walking down the street. Like, he's really good visually telling his music now. But
he is.
From where he started to where he is now, I feel like he's really transcended the genre. Coming in as a comedian.
The thing that I like about Donald is that he really is the type of person, like, the lyrics of the song always match what he's
portraying.
What he's portraying.
Yeah.
So literally, it's like whatever he's saying is basically like the genre of the song, and that's what I like about him. Is like he kind of is back and forth here. Like he has a little bit of rock influence, or he's singing full R&B, like it's like a full R&B track, and then he comes with a trap tune, and then he comes with like a more conscious kind of. So it's like I really like that he's kind of bouncing back and forth.
I mean, where do I even start with this guy? I mean, he literally does everything. Kendrick Lamar won a Pulitzer Award for his latest project, Damn, which is pretty significant because he's literally the first rapper basically rapper to win the award. Usually it's for like people who do classical music or jazz music, and he was the first to do it. So I mean, when we're talking about transcending artists and transcending music, we have to talk Kendrick Lamar because he's winning awards that aren't even in the genre that he's that he's in. Do you see what I'm saying? So
that's
crazy. Shout out to him. That was a classic album, and to hear it and to hear how it all got put together, it was a huge success.
Oh wow!
Huge success.
Jeez, Kendrick is amazing.
Kendrick, King Kuta.
He's just mad dope, man.
Yeah, and I feel like as we continue hearing his stuff, he's just gonna grow, which is kind of weird to say because you almost feel like he's hit a pinnacle. But every time he comes over to a project, you're like,
what in the hell?
Like when I heard Damn, I was like, okay, I was anticipating it, but at the same time, I didn't really know what to expect.
Yeah.
So when I heard the records and I heard songs like DNA, I was like, damn, like how did you come up with this? You know what I mean? But then it's Kendrick Lamar, and he's not a rapper, and he's not a singer, and he's just does.
He
Kendrick
is
Lamar
him.
is a category.
His music is him. Yeah.
You know, there should be like the Kendrick Lamar Award, and artists win it trying to be him.
Welcome to the Kendrick Awards. I'm just joking.
But yeah, man, Kendrick Lamar has definitely transcended the genre more ways than one. So, you know, I look forward to more music from him.
Yeah. So my next person, y'all better know, if you know me, you know I love this person. I fell in love with his music from the very first time I heard him. And Anderson .Paak, if you ever watch this, just know that I'm waiting for more music from you. Please and thank you.
She's been waiting.
He is phenomenal. He is, I do not put him in the hip hop category. He is all funk, all R&B, all blues, all jazz. Anyways, if you have not heard his music, he actually has a song with Mac Miller that a lot of people have been bumping the past couple of days in light of the situation. He is just the soul god. He is out here just killing it. Just
killing the game, man.
Yeah, but Anderson, he definitely transcends his genre, or any genre.
He's not even in a box.
Yeah, he's not. And he is equally as good live as he is on soundtrack. Actually, I like him better live. So if you guys watch those Tiny Desk concerts, go look up the Anderson .Paak version because it will blow your mind.
Which is super rare. It's always so refreshing to have an artist be as good live
as they are
in their
recorded. Audio. Yeah. Who you got?
Okay, I mean, for my last pick, it's going to be a controversial last guy to put in your class top 10 for people who transcend the genre, but I feel like for me he definitely has, and I feel like a lot of other people, especially the black community, the hip hop genre, the fashion industry, he's definitely done it. Mr. Kanye West. Yeezy. I mean, we were listening to what was the song we were listening to before
Runaway.
we were listening to Runaway, and just his production, his simple.
Is that it?
Yeah, no, it was Run, and I always find something wrong. Hey, you been putting up with my shit just way too long. Like that song at the time was literally way ahead of hip hop at the time. You know what I mean? Graduation, which is one of my favorite hip hop albums of all time. I have it in my car right now. That song. That whole album got me through high school. Like Graduation. Kanye West is always, from early humble beginnings as a producer, producing for Jay and all those other guys, and then finally dropping, College Dropout, was very hip hoppy, was very, Mos Def was on there. Like he had a very heavy influence, like hip hop influence at the time, and that he kind of grew when he dropped Graduation. There's this song on there. It's called Flashing Lights. Just the beat alone was ahead of its time as a hip hop category. Like,
because even him as a person, like rap, when he came out, rap was kind of like, everybody was kind of grungy or pretending to be grungy or whatever. And he's the first man who came out. He was like, I'm chilling, I'm good. I grew up in a house.
I'm a nerd. I'm a nerd. I rock golf shirts.
Right?
I rock golf shirts. And
he out here with his crisp lineup.
Like he was clean. And he was dropping stuff. And his music was just so way ahead of his time. He's always been trying to experiment with different sounds. 808 and Heartbreak, which personally is not one of his favorite projects, but Yeezus is.
Wasn't he the one who made that song "Diamonds Are Forever"?
Yes. Forever.
I remember when I was a kid and I seen that music video, and I think it was the BET.
Yeah, probably BET.
That song was in my head for life.
That's what I'm saying.
For life.
Like you can go down his list of songs. There's always been that one song, even that song "Stronger." You may been harder, better, faster, stronger, and that was like an electric vibe, and it hit the radio, and everyone's rocking to it. And again, it was just he introduced the world to Daft Punk, which is crazy. I mean, at the end of the day, Kanye West has always been pushing himself. And let's just flip over to the fact that he started the whole Yeezy shoes. And he came into the fashion industry, and he tried to take it over and make it his own. Now he's definitely made some very controversial pieces and priced them at very controversial prices.
I was about to say, Kanye, if you see this, I can't afford your shoes, bro.
Kanye, I can't afford $3,500 Yeezys, bro. Like, I understand what you're doing. I'm behind you.
But he's trying to get himself on the same level, like
yes,
just the way that we
Gucci's.
can, like, you know, Louboutins. Like
Yes.
I can't go to the store and be like, yo, run me a pair of Louboutins.
Louis,
like
know?
I couldn't even try if I wanted to.
But the thing is that he has, and he's done it amazing, and he's partnered up with Adidas, and he's partnered with all these other fashion companies, and he's literally made his own fashion statement.
He is a real life rap star.
He's literally a rap star, and he says very controversial stuff, but I think that adds on to him transcending just hip hop. Because sometimes he'll say shit and you're like,
what the hell?
What are you saying? Like, but
Yo,
he's gone
he's
through,
weird as hell, man.
He's gone through so much, and you know what? The best, most creative people are
like
weird.
that. Yeah,
they're
it's true.
strange. You
It's
don't
true.
want to know what they think about behind closed doors. You don't
You
want
don't.
to shout to Marcus. Their artwork, their music,
Is a
their fashion is a reflection of them and what they want to create in the world.
True.
And I feel like Kanye embodies that. He's not afraid to say what he wants to say.
No, so just a couple of other people that we did not talk about. Just 3 other people that I want to mention. These are all women in the industry that I think have transcended music, their genres. Diana Ross, for one, she like invented disco. She turned R&B into something completely different. So shout out to Diana Ross. Gwen Stefani has mastered every genre of music from the early 90s until now. She literally has been killing it.
And still relevant.
And she does not get enough recognition. So shout out to you, Gwen Stefani. And Stevie Nicks. If you know, then you know. I'm not going to take the time to explain it, but Stevie Nicks is a huge icon in the rock world and in the music industry. That being said, thank you guys so much for joining us again on FanCastit Music. Please like, subscribe, share to our YouTube.
Yes.
Share our YouTube link. Follow us on Instagram at FanCastit. Follow us on Twitter at FanCastit Music, and follow us on our Instagram at FanCastit. I am your host, Aria Royal.
It's your boy CJ from WIZEUP Apparel.
And thank you so much for joining us again.
See y'all next week.